This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. A new poll shows President Biden has negative approval ratings in 40 states, including key midterm election battlegrounds. Dave Boyer reports the president is underwater by double digits in 33 states in the Morning Consult Political Intelligence Quarterly Tracking Report released this week. Biden's job approval ratings are higher than his disapproval ratings in only 10 states and the District of Columbia. Morning Consult also noted an age divide in states including Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Georgia, where the approval drop is being driven by voters younger than 45. Russia's top diplomat and America's top defense official traded charges of saber-rattling as military leaders from the U.S. and more than 36 allies met in Germany to discuss how to speed up arms flows to Ukraine. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, presiding over the conference at the U.S. Air Base in Ramstein, Germany, denounced the warlike rhetoric from the Kremlin. After the meeting, Mike Glenn and Dave Sands report he suggested to reporters that the prospect of eventual Ukrainian membership in NATO remains a live option. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accused NATO of risking a third world war with Russia over what he called the false hope of wearing down Russian forces. The hastily called meeting of the defense chiefs will become a regular event, signaling that the Biden administration doubts the conflict between Russia and Ukraine will end anytime soon. The global spike in energy costs and pressure for countries to accelerate their transition to clean energy have led to increased scrutiny of domestic energy ventures. Ramsey Touchberry reports renewable energy projects have become particularly unpopular because of a not-in-my-backyard mentality, misinformation, and a tug-of-war between environmentalists and conservationists. Government entities across the country have rejected or restricted more than 300 wind projects since 2015, according to a database by author and journalist Robert Bryce, and nearly 24 significant solar projects were rejected from 2017 to 2021. Vermont's lone wind project, which sought approval for just one turbine on a family farm, was withdrawn in 2020 over what the applicant described as a political environment that is hostile to wind energy. A county planning commission in Northern California had a similar stance, unanimously rejecting a project with 71 wind turbines last year. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Also a reminder to find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times wherever you get your podcasts. Special counsel John Durham says that employees of the research firm Fusion GPS sent hundreds of emails to reporters with unverified accusations against then-President Trump. In a court motion, Jeff Murdoch reports Durham said the emails undercut the assertion of Clinton campaign officials that the firm's research for them should be protected under attorney-client privilege. Top Clinton campaign officials John Podesta, Robbie Mook, and Mark Elias have maintained that Fusion GPS provided legal work that should be rendered off-limits to Durham's investigation into the origins of the FBI's Trump-Russia collusion probe. And finally, Pennsylvania State Representative Malcolm Kenyatta is embracing some, but not all, progressive priorities in the Democratic primary for the U.S. Senate. Seth McLaughlin reports Kenyatta supports eliminating the filibuster, canceling student debt, and passing Medicare for all, among other progressive priorities. Though the state lawmaker is steering clear of familiar slogans such as defund the police and abolish ICE, which have hurt Democrats in recent elections, and is taking a more reserved stance on criminal justice and immigration. Kenyatta is an underdog in a race that also features Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman, a fellow progressive, and Congressman Connor Lamb, who is offering voters a center-left alternative. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or the Washington Times app, and also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.